40 Days and 40 Nights is a 2002 satirical, erotic, romantic comedy film directed by Michael Lehman. Matt Sullivan works for a .com startup and lives in San Francisco with his roommate Ryan. His infatuation with his ex-girlfriend Nicole Besser causes him sexual dysfunction with other women, which he confides in his Catholic priest in training, brother John. Matt finds that Nicole is now engaged after a failed attempt to fake an orgasm with a date. He vows to abstain from sexual stimulation, including masturbation, for the 40 days of Lent in the hopes of resolving his troubles. Matt cleans out his apartment of any temptations and reminders of Nicole on the first day of his celibacy. Despite his inability to communicate with her, he befriends a stranger named Erica at a laundromat. Matt's co-workers and Ryan, unbeknownst to him, form a pool of gamble on how long he can endure, which quickly spreads online. He returns to the laundromat to speak with Erica, who confesses that she works as a cyber nanny who monitors internet pornography. They have an emotional bond, and Matt takes Erica out on a date on the city bus but avoids kissing her uncomfortably. His co-workers' betting pool, replete with its own website, is discovered by both of them. Matt tries to explain his motives to Erica, but she is still offended, so Matt's employer decides to join him in celibacy. She accepts to another date after falling in love with Matt when they run across Nicole and her fiancé. Erica departs Matt, frustrated by his pledge and his affections for Nicole. Matt is forced to suffer his employees' attempts to sabotage him as he struggles with his urges. Even a family dinner culminates in their parents discussing their personal sex lives, so he looks out to his brother for assistance. The pool had grown to $18,000 on day 35 of Matt's commitment, and a co-worker pressures him to break his vow. As Matt marches into the restroom to masturbate, he notices his boss, who had a Viagra-laced drink intended for him, masturbating in the stall next to him. While the rest of the staff waits, Matt flees through the restroom window to Erica. They reconcile and have a night of intimacy without actually having sexual contact. Matt is sent home after an unexpected erection at work on day 38. Nicole shows up at Matt's apartment after breaking up with her cheating fiancé, but he refuses her advances and sends her away, which just adds to her excitement. She goes to Matt's co-workers the next day after overhearing the bet and adding her own $3,500 to the pot, only to discover that Matt has plans to celebrate with Erica at midnight when his promise ends. Matt, who has been suffering for 40 days, is unable to stop visualizing women naked. He walks in on his brother kissing a nun, and John is taking a break from the priesthood troubled by Matt's antics. Matt has Ryan bind to him to his bed, and when he wakes up from an erotic dream, he discovers Nicole has raped him while he was sleeping shortly before midnight. Erica arrives just as Nicole is leaving, assuming Matt has been unfaithful and has broken his commitment, and storms out. Determined to win Erica back, Matt gives her a box of moments they had shared. He finds her at the laundromat and they finally kiss. As they consummate their relationship in Matt's bedroom for hours, Ryan and the co-workers wait outside and place new bets on how long he can last until Matt kicks them all out.